Mona was a poor girl. His father used to work at a ration shop and his mother used to do chowka utensils in other people's houses. Mona was the only girl of her parents. His parents brought him up with great love. They wanted Mona to become a big man after being educated, so that the stigma of poverty could be removed from his head. When Mona passed the 10th standard examination, her parents were very happy. He got his name enrolled in an inter-college in the town. The inter-college was a short distance from his house. That's why her parents somehow arranged money and got her an old bicycle too, so that Mona would not have any problem in going to school. When Mona went to school on a bicycle, she felt as if she was flying in the sky. This was his long-standing dream, which was fulfilled because of his parents. That's why she would reach school on time every day and study diligently. But one day Mona's life took a new turn. It was the afternoon. After getting out of school, she took her bicycle and started towards home. But she had just reached a little distance when a bike coming from behind passed by her side. The boy who was driving the bike was of the same age as him. The boy went a little further and stopped his bike and signaled Mona to stop. Mona used to see that boy often on the way. Whenever she used to come to school and leave from school, that boy used to watch her standing on the side of the road. Initially, Mona used to get very angry seeing him, but gradually she started liking him. Being stopped on the way like this, Mona got nervous. At first he felt like taking his cycle forward, but then thinking what he was thinking, he put brakes on his cycle. The boy came to Mona and said softly, "My name is Jimmy. I see you going to school every day. If you don't mind, I want to tell you something." "What?" That was all that came out of Mona's mouth. Jimmy took out a rose bud from his shirt pocket and put it in her hand and clenching his fist said, "I love you very much. I just think about you all the time while waking up, sleeping. I don't like anything." Jimmy wanted to say more, but Mona silenced him by putting her hand on his lips. "So you accept my love?" Jimmy asked, looking into Mona's eyes. Mona got shy. She silently nodded her head in yes and sitting on the bicycle pedaled fast and went to her house. Thus began the conversation between Mona and Jimmy. Jimmy would bring some or the other gift for her every day and vowed to die for her. Listening to his words, Mona would become crazy and would get lost in the world of dreams. One day Jimmy requests Mona to go for a walk. At first Mona hesitated a little, but then she agreed. Mona was very happy that day. She reached the place on time where Jimmy had told her to meet him. Jimmy parked Mona's bicycle at a friend's shop and left with Mona sitting on the bike. Jimmy reached near the river with Mona. There he parked his bike and both of them sat on the grass and started talking. Jimmy has a chat with Mona, then he gets close to her and starts playing with her face. Slowly, an intoxicating shadow over Mona went. Maybe she didn't understand Jimmy's mind. So he handed himself over to Jimmy. Both people got lost in each other's love and two bodies became one life. Now both of them were not even able to become normal properly. That's why three boys came there from don't know where. Seeing them, Ananya was stunned and hurriedly started adjusting her clothes. Seeing this, a boy caught hold of her hand and dragged her to him and said, "Why are you in such a hurry, Queen? We are all so crazy about you. At least entertain us a little." Mona looked at Jimmy wryly. But instead of helping Mona, he was laughing. Seeing this, Mona's heart started crying. That is, it was all a well thought out move by Jimmy. Mona could not think ahead. because those 3 boys fell on him like hungry wolves. Mona kept crying for help and they kept tugging at her. Within moments Mona's stamina gave out and she fainted. Mona regained consciousness after about an hour. The 3 boys and Jimmy had left. Every nerve in his body was bursting with pain. There was darkness before his eyes. All his dreams were shattered, he could see his life coming to an end. Mona kept thinking, why did I believe Jimmy's words? Why did I come here with him so far away from the township? Now with what face will I go to my home? What will I tell my parents? Seeing this condition of mine, they will die alive. There was absolutely no strength left in Mona's body. Somehow she reached the bank of the river dragging. The water of the river was flowing rapidly. Mona once again thought of her poor parents. But at the same time Jimmy's face floated before his eyes, and with it a mixture of anger, irritation, and disgust made his body tremble. Mona gritted her teeth, gathered the remaining strength in her body and slowly stood up. He closed his eyes, folded his hands and apologized to his parents in his mind and then jumped into the river. The next moment Mona started drowning in the river. But now neither she was calling anyone to save her life nor was she struggling to escape. Her mind was still thinking about her unfaithful lover. She was thinking that why I trusted his words so much, why I loved him blindly, why I could not understand his intention. If I could do it, maybe. And then she went on drowning in the depth of the river. Friends, it is not bad to love someone, trust someone, but also have the ability to recognize the feelings within you. Before trusting someone's words, test them once. Before handing over your body and mind to someone, do think about its consequences. Otherwise you too can be cheated like Mona, you too can be cheated like her. How did you like this story? Do tell us by commenting. And like and share it with your friends too. Maybe this effort of yours will improve someone's life.